Hi there, I'm Violet Van Hees and this is Grow Your Movement Freedom. Welcome. So it's 2017 and it's time for new beginnings and new things to do. And in this video I'm going to talk a little bit about how you can use the power of an image or a concept to tap into the intelligence of your body to make sense of something in its own way that can help you find easier function, find more comfort. Without having to be technical about it at all. So it's January, and this might be a time for you for New Year's resolutions, all sorts of things. I'm not a big fan of those, but that might be something. You might be off to the gym doing things, or it might just be a time where you're needing, wanting to find good strength and good function for yourself. So this is a little tip that's become really useful for me over the last year or so. Well, I've been paying attention to this more and finding the strength and power of this way of working with my own self to find more function and ease in my own body. So for me, one of the places that I tend to get tension or tightness is in my neck, just right at the base of where the skull meets the neck, then the occiput, over to one side generally. And I've been exploring lots of different ways to find more ease and comfort for myself with that. And one of the things that I'm finding most successful is to work with the general concept or image of finding support from whatever is the part that's getting support from the ground for me. So if I'm sitting, that'll be in my sitting bones, and if I'm standing, that'll be right through the pelvis, through the legs, and into the feet in the ground. And for me, this activates or taps into the intelligence of my body to sense through myself how to make the connections through the bones to that base of support. Because I want to find the usefulness of that base of support to help lift or push something if I'm lifting or pushing, rather than sensing it sort of more up in my muscles and especially up into my upper body muscles. So I want to find the sense of support from down low. And it changes then what kind of work I feel going on up here. The nature of the work and the feeling of that work. And what I love about this is that it's tapping into my body's knowledge that I am built of long systems of muscles and bones and connective tissue and all this stuff that all weaves together. Which is really different from my brain's tendency to sort of chunk things down into, oh, these muscles, that bone, I should do this, do that, do this, do that, right? Which is very diminished in size, sort of reductionist in nature, and it changes into a system approach instead. And that seems to really work nicely in my body and with the people that I work with as well. So here's what I do. When I want to lift something, for example, if I want to put a bowl up on a high shelf, right? Or if I've got weights in the gym and I want to push something overhead, or if I want to lower something, if I want to push something out, anything that I want to do that involves my arms, because that's all upper body. And that's all going to either involve the neck if the work goes up, or it's going to involve support from somewhere else that's much more useful if the work goes down to find that support. So what I think of every time I do upper body work now, or I do something where I need some strength, is that I position myself as I get ready to do this. I position myself and I think about, okay, really feeling the ground. So now I'm standing, and so I'm thinking about feeling the ground underneath this bowl and underneath my hands. So that basically I've got the ground in my hands here. And then from there, I keep that sense of keeping the feeling of the ground in my hands as I lift the bowl up. So the whole time that I'm doing this, I keep the sense that this bowl is supported by the ground because I'm standing, and I want it to travel through me and connect all the way through all of that part, all of myself, so that I can feel that I'm supported from below through all the big bones and the big muscles and the ground, because the ground has no problem holding the weight of this bowl. Right? So I think, I lower it down, I get lined up in a way where I feel that support. So I don't even have to be technical, I just find where do I get the length where I feel the support of the ground in my hands, and then I keep that support in my hands as I lift the bowl up onto the high shelf. The same would be, putting away all the stuff from Christmas, or, lifting weights up, or putting your skis in the ski box, or whatever it is you're doing where you're lifting or lowering something now. When I'm sitting, it's essentially the same thing. I just sort of feel it, and I feel it in my sitting bones. So I let the work travel through myself and sit in the sitting bones. So the sitting bones in my pelvis have got this work, and all of the work is supported from down below, and my hands feel the support of the seat that I'm sitting on, that base of support. So I encourage you, as your tip for this week, is to explore this a bit. Explore what it's like to invite your body to play with a concept or an image, and see if that makes a difference for you. Okay? Have fun with this. Let me know how you're doing in your exploring, and if you have any questions or you'd like more information, check out my website. My contact information is right below here. And I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love to know if you have any questions. Thanks very much. Happy 2017. We'll see you again soon. Bye for now.